Welcome back to Just Drive It. Today we are going to work on the 1966 Dodge Dart, and we are going to take out the side of the door to work on the passenger side side glass. So come along with us. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to take this off, so that we can have access to inside the door, so we can go ahead and install the side glass. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the door crank, the window crank, yes I knew that, the door handle and the armrest, and once we take that off, we're going to take this door panel off so we can get into the inside. Alright, so these bolts right here are a hex. So I checked and we needed a 532, and we already checked this one to make sure it was a hex. So we're gonna start taking these off right now. Should come out now. Yeah, there we go. I was surprised those were as loose as they were when I initially thought we were going to have to put a lot of extra weight or soaking and all kinds of stuff, so that was nice. Yeah, you're going to have to figure out what those are first, and then we'll come back. Well, for now, we'll take these off, see? Yeah, that came off pretty good. Oh, make sure you keep that little washer, because those little washers protect the back of this right here. Okay. See how those are. All right, you need to find a dedicated spot for all your hardware and for those. There we go. And he's going to put them right up there, which may be good, may be bad. And from here, we'll figure out, which is fun because there's going to be two holes in there that have screws through them. But you're going to have to figure out which one is which, because one's for left, so one's for right. All right, we're back with a Phillips head screwdriver. And he's determined that the front two bolt holes or screw holes right there are where the screws are for this. So the first one's going to be in this. All right. We tried two different size screwdrivers, but this one was better than the other one. The other one was a bit bigger. Let's hope that those spin out actually nice. And occasionally I've run into where the clips that those screw into just spin. But in this case, seems to be getting it out. Yeah, at this point I think it's only spinning. It's spinning? Yeah. All right, hold on. Okay, really, I was going to let him pop these. My tool, specifically for popping the little spring clips for this thing, is not here. So in order that it kind of falls on my shoulders, if this gets screwed up, I'm going to take and do it myself. I've already popped a couple of them loose over here, and I'm just going to go along the bottom and get it popped out. So I think there we go. I'm not sure on the Mopars if it was clear plastic or if this is added. I know they did have a moisture barrier on them, but it's got a nice moisture barrier at this point. So we're going to be able to maybe grab a piece of tape so that we can get at it and everything, and we can go back through. One of the things you are going to see in here, and we're going to have to do, is we're going to have to use the shop vac to vacuum out the glass and stuff. We'll pull this back out and begin the next section. Part of what I'm trying to show him is let him put it all back on the way it needs to be, so he can roll his window up and down, so we've got weather tight ceiling in here. But at the same time, we're going to try to do it without messing with the adjustments. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. So we shall see. This one, yeah, it has seen better days, but it's still serviceable for what this is. This is a driver car. This is his first on-the-road car that he'll have once his driver's license is cleared. And so it's a good learning point for him. We're not going for Concours restoration. It'll work for a just driver. So we'll be right back. Well, as you can see, he's having fun with gloves because our shop vac is not here. We have two of them, and they're both at my parents' house, where it does me absolutely no good. But that's life. So he's cleaning out in there. Hopefully he'll find the roller that goes in there, because if not, we'll have to come back at a later date and replace the roller on this setup. Did you find a roller at all? A little plastic round roller?
No.
You may have to go through the trash, but it may not be there anymore.
I don't think I saw anything like that.
Okay. Well, we'll give it a look here in a minute. Go ahead and get the rest of that stuff out of there.
Alright.
And we'll be right back.
Well, pretty much what I'm gonna do, me specifically, not cameraman over here, is that I'm gonna go ahead and take off these screws and then take this off. I'm gonna take these out first because we're gonna have to take this off so then we can slide the window up into this channel. So then I'll take this off and we can pull it out, and then I can do adjustments where necessary in installing it again.
All right.
So, ready to get to it.
Make sure you're straight in there when you do that.
Alright.
Because you don't want to break these off or lose them. Alright, go ahead and grab it.
Alright.
I need to get one of those magnetic trays. No, you're in there. Oh, put it in there where it's nice and straight, then turn it.
Alright.
You don't want to strip those out.
Yes, sir.
So as he's taking that out, you can see this is the car he's working on. Really a nice little Dodge Dart two-door. But this will bring us back in. And I guess it looks like he just got all 3 screws done. One of the nice things about this car being from Spokane, Newport area of Washington State is that it has made it nice with most of these fasteners. Okay, make sure as you take it out that there's no little extra plate. You've got that plate, but yeah, go ahead and take it out the rest of the way. But make sure there's no shims or anything that fall down when you do, because we need to keep those.
Alright.
So you can see the outline. That'll give us a good idea on where it goes back into so that we can line everything up. As I said before, all 3 are out and they did not break off, which is a miracle. These fuzzies are still in here, which is a miracle. The only thing we really need would be these. I really am impressed with this car. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I was talking about on the inside here. You can see how clean the bottom of this is. Now, hopefully this is seeable. You can't really see it though right now, but down here you have a bolt and it moves side to side. That's your adjustment. So what we'll end up doing is sliding this glass in. This track here is going to need to go into the back of this and hook in. We're then going to also have to get it into these tracks. This track, that's why we adjusted it right here. And get it all lined back up. Once that's all together, then we can put it in. One thing we will probably have to do is use window crank to move it up and down. So let's see what we can do. All right, even though there's 3 of us here, we didn't do this filming in real time. This was moved up and moved up out of the way. We slid this in. We ended up having to slide the front side in first. And make sure we were on the other side of this. This is slid in. This is now slid into the channel there. So that's nice. We're going to have to install, actually we didn't check that, but it looks like it's in there. Looks like we got all the glass out of this little channel. That's what Ian was doing right here. And there was from the factory a little piece of white foam right there. It's lined back up. So hopefully that'll help out. So the next step is to get this back down in the channel engaged with the glass and get the stuff bolted back up. So here we go, next step. You want to hold this, Judah?
Yeah. So do I just stand from here and...
Try, or you want me to try it? Probably you.
So
I can at least it won't be my fault for breaking your car.
It's not my car.
Why haven't your
car?
okay, I'm gonna...
My car to drive.
So you're gonna be like that, are you?
Yeah. Like you wouldn't. I'm pretty sure you'd want something a little more money.
Oh, we're not going to be using those just yet. This needs to go. Yeah, see that needs to go that a whole lot more. Okay, so what we're going to end up having to do is take this all the way back out. Once we got it all the way back out, the little channel piece, this piece here, we're gonna have to pop this out on the thing, pop that out. This will squish in, this will come off. This will go on the roller, slide up, we'll push this through, push the pin back in, and that's how it'll end up going.
Bring it up for...
Okay, Ian. We need to pop this loose. So let's grab a pair of pliers, because that's a vinyl rivet, and we'll see what we can do. So there's that one. Where's the other one? We gotta see if we can get one that's not busted, because that one just busted. There we go. Okay. You recording still?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a nylon rivet that Mopars use that others don't seem to. And what happens is when this pops through, they push this back down in it and it spreads it. So we will be swapping this out on this window. We'll get it off the window. We'll get the window in this area, slide this on the roller, line this up with the hole, pop it through the hole, push the rivet back in, and our install will be done. That's what we should have done first.
Move in.
Okay, there we go. That one is done. Notice the hole. So we start over, and we're learning. So son of a gun, it did it again. For someone who's not very patient, I'm having to be very patient today, and I don't like it. And in case my wife watches this, I'm only being patient because I have to. I don't like it, and I don't want to. First things first is that, yeah, that's where it needs to be. Okay, let's make sure. Nope. And it came loose.
Lovely.
Because it came out of the channel on this side. And I broke that like I didn't want to do. There it is. Okay, something I'm going to do. It's wrong, but I'm going to let it do it anyways, as I'm setting this on the regulator. This thing came back again. Of course, that foam piece is going to be the death of me. So, next step is put this in here. It's actually halfway close to where it's supposed to be. You want to get this for a second and let it keep it from going hitting me in the head.
What's that?
Okay, where's the... Where's the ratchet? Here. So, that's in. Let's see if these will line up. Probably not. Perfect, like they're supposed to. There we go. So, we've got the bolt on this other side here. Got it lined back up with the alignment piece. Where I put that hole in it, we're gonna have to find something to put there. I want to keep the moisture barriers where they're supposed to be. Because we want the least amount of water intrusion and problems. Yes, we'll go back and put those whiskers back in for wiping the window. So that one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. Does that look like it's good here? And this came back out, but I think it will, yep, go back in. So now that this is in that spot, time to figure out what I did with the crank.
You mean this?
Crank this down, and we'll take these back up again like it was before.
Going.
And this one actually has to come back down. Okay, now bring the camera around this side. And if you look right here, there is the hole that the rivet goes through. Here's the roller piece that goes there. So I'm gonna use the pretty one. Go figure. And I'll put it like this. So what's gonna have to happen is, if you look, this supports it like that. That will slide into the roller. So this thing has a pin, goes like that, and there we go. The next step is take this piece, stick it in the center, and it's probably not going to want to go in, right? Considering I just mashed it all back in. But when we get this back in, it'll be good. I'll let you step away, and I'll see which one of these is the skinnier of the two, and begin working on it. The only other thing I could think of is how they originally did it, is put it in like this so that it is just barely in. Then push it through. However, in this case, that is easier said than done. Come on. Smart move. Maybe. Ah, there we go. That just pushed it right in. They had this thing in reverse. Now, we're good to go. Huh. There we go. So let's put this back down and grab this. Okay. Hold on. See here.
Window.
We now have a functioning window. Yes, we are going to need to
Fix that.
patch that up for a minute, but yeah, there we go. So we're gonna throw everything back on here. We'll come back in a few minutes when we got it all pushed back into place and covered back up. I'll give you an update on it. Okay, that's where I put the hole in it. Put a piece of Tyvek there, a little bit of duct tape. We're about to put this sucker back on. Really, we should clean it, but I don't know where my cleaning products are. We may still do it. We'll talk to you later.
So we just now got the door panel on, and yes, the fiberboard is a little warped, but it will work, at least for me in this car. So right now we're gonna go ahead and put the armrest back. We're gonna put the door handle back and the window crank. That's how I said it right.
Yeah, you got it right that time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to work on that right now.
Okay, one thing that I usually do on these is I'll put a screwdriver onto this, and I will line the hole up with the screw with it away from there. If you look, you can line them up pretty much like that. Start them both.
Alright.
And then once they're started, then you can finish putting them in, because these are always a pain in the butt. You got it started?
Yep, on that one.
All right, try that one too. One of the important things on this is you definitely want to see, based off of these holes here, which ones you need it in. In his case, they were the front two. If you flip it around the other ones, it'll still be the front two. But if you've got these off and you haven't done these before, it makes a big difference if you take and document it, whether with a picture or if actually just leaving the pieces in place. So there you go, it's back on. All right, we took a picture and we'll come back here in a second, but we're gonna check our picture and see what the orientation on the door handle and also the pull on it, or not even the pull, I should say, the window crank angle, and we should be good. Or he's already going for it. Actually, yeah, that looks about right.
Hopefully.
You mean hopefully? I'm pretty sure this is how it was.
Yeah, it is. Did you remember to put the little backup piece on there?
It is.
All right, sweet.
You actually
Don't go too tight.
Right.
Just tight enough to hold it on there like it's supposed to.
Ian, you actually remembered something this time.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll. Before you put that center bolt in there, let's roll the window all the way up.
Okay.
Don't drop the bolt.
Okay, now take the handle back off. Look at the other side of the car and see where the handle is in relation to being up.
Just be right about. I can fit it right about there.
And go ahead and lock it down. Now, I know Jeff Ford, I believe when he has it all the way down is what he said. He likes it to run with the lines. I'm just going to try to make sure that it stays kind of in relation to what the other one is when it's up. That way it kind of looks uniform on both of them. Thankfully, that's a pull and not a push on the door handle. Hadn't thought about using it that way. Okay, that's good. Don't go too tight.
Yeah. I know, I think I have to fix this one. This thing has to be a little bit higher of an angle.
No, actually, it looks good.
Oh, okay.
Looks perfect. So, the first time since we've owned this car, it now has a passenger side window and actually rolls up and down pretty doggone good and smooth. What we didn't do, we probably should have, is we didn't squirt any lubricant there or there, but we'll get it figured out here pretty quick. So, what do you think, Ian? Other than my struggles with it, did it go okay?
Yeah.
Was it what you figured?
I don't know. I expected it to be hard, but not as hard.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll come back and close this out. So here you have it. The 1966 Dart. Very nice blue car. And always looking great.
Well, we got this done. This window right here. Mostly his struggle, but we got it done. I at least got to take the pieces on and off while he had to scramble around and finish everything like if it was a puzzle.
That's only most of your work.
Yeah.
So what do we got to say?
Well, that don't break windows. It's a
This
pain.
is very true.
I will find you.
They've got a new appreciation for what we want to do to people who break windows on old cars. So, if you like this, please like, subscribe, rumble if you're on Rumble. Also, we got some merch coming out. Cars are tools that connect us to the important things in life, people. That's a good saying for us today. Remember to get out there, help your friends. If you need help, ask for it. If you see somebody on the side of the road or in the parking lot, sometimes that's all they need for a bad day to be good, is for somebody to come by and care enough to help them out. So these shirts and the other merch will be used to go back into these cars, but you'll be looking for it at shop.shjustdriveit.com. And that'll bring you up to this little page over there with Gunslinger Graphics. We thank Tony for doing his stuff on it. And we just say,
Just drive it.
well, he will be soon.
Oh, you want me to say it? Okay, I see. Don't stop the recording. Okay, calm down. So, well, we finished up here.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
So, we finished it up, even though it was mainly his struggle. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?